Today is Monday, the second day of February 2026. Someone drew my attention to this story. I was aware when this incident happened, and that is far back. That time, internet is not like this. I'm talking about 2007. Internet was not like this, so people don't spread information and what really happened. Now, pay attention to this woman you are seeing on the screen. Her name is Mrs. Christiana Oluwasesin. She was a teacher in Gombe State, a Yoruba lady who loved everyone regardless of your religion, your culture, where you came from. She was a nursing mother, a wife, and a teacher with a heart of gold. Now, Nigeria don't remember people who have suffered because of one Nigeria. Nigeria don't remember people who just died for nothing because of one Nigeria. What happened? On March 21, 2007, but this time, this lady was 30 years old. And as I said before, her name is Christiana Oluwatoyin Oluwasesin. She was lynched by Muslim students for allegedly desecrating the Quran at a secondary school in Gandu, Gombe State, northeast Nigeria. A mother of two, Oluwasesin, was assigned to supervise an Islamic religious knowledge exam. When one of the students, a female, wanted to enter the exam hall with her bag, Oluwasesin connected the bag and threw it outside because you are not supposed to enter with your books and your bags inside the exam hall. It means that you are going to use it to cheat. So this is a normal thing that a teacher who is supervising an exam is supposed to do. So the lady now threw the bag outside, like in front of the class. Keep your bag over there. And what happened? The student whose bag was thrown suddenly began to cry. And they mean that her Quran was in the bag. Then she began chanting the words, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, meaning God is great, prompting the other students to join in the chant as they rushed to attack Mrs. Christiana, who then ran into school principal's office for protection. More students from other classes got wind of what Mrs. Christiana had done without knowing how she did it or whether she knows whether Quran was in the bag, because she was not aware that that there is a Quran inside. Words soon got out into the community that Mrs. Christiana, who is a Christian Yoruba teacher, had desecrated the Quran, and soon the school was packed with angry Islamic extremists demanding the head of Mrs. Christiana, asking the school principal, who is Muslim, to bring her out of her office. The principal tried to beg the students, but he could not convince the angry, bloodthirsty extremists. They dragged her out of the office, stripped her naked, and stabbed her multiple times, beat her with sticks, threw stones, sand, sticks, and spit, hit her continuously until she died. Then they burned her corpse in her car, beat up the school principal for trying to protect her, and burned down 3 classroom blocks, the school clinic, the administrative block, and the library. Note about this, Mrs. Christiana was a nursing mother at the time, and her baby was in the vehicle sleeping, but a good Samaritan rescued the child before the mob could get to the car, with the intention of actually killing the baby too. The marauding students were between the ages of 12 and 14 years old and were supposedly joined by members of a gang called Yan Kandare. Gombe State Governor Mohammed Danjuma Goje ordered the immediate closure of all secondary schools in the state and the deployment of soldiers and policemen to strategic points, especially churches, because they were saying that Christians are going to pay for what happened, because the Yoruba lady who is a teacher is also a Christian. So it just turned to a religious something. So they were arraigned before the Federal High Court Gombe. But over time, the case died. The suspects were let go. Well, may her soul continue to rest in peace. And what happened? There was a news then that the emirates in the northern Nigeria and the Sultan of Sokoto ordered that they should release those people, and they released them. No charges, nothing was ever, nothing like arrest, nothing like detention, nothing like jailing of them. They burned this lady. They were protected by Sharia law. They were protected by Sharia law. And after 2007, before 20 years, this issue happened more than 20 times, burning people alive, cutting people's neck because of this. Christians are always the victim. Until Deborah's own. Deborah, who was a student. Like, what is a crime? In the WhatsApp group of their school, there is a purpose for that WhatsApp group to share assignment and all those things. So people were sending Quran and Islamic things there, religious things. So she was just trying to show concern. Please, let's be matured. Here is for our class, it's not for Quran. Hey, how dare you say that? You are an infidel. You are a Christian. You are not supposed to say that. They get to this girl. They burn her alive. The people who burn this guy alive show the matches. Yes, we burn Deborah. We burn Deborah. You can't do anything. Guess what? The case died natural death. I am not going to continue to keep quiet anytime this kind of thing comes into my mind. Let me tell you, there is a solution to all these things. Anybody who amalgamated Nigeria did not amalgamate Nigeria for good. And if anybody comes out and say that we can work on Nigeria and make Nigeria great, I'm sorry. Very, very sorry to say this. You are very stupid. I am very sorry to say this. I am not cursing you, but I'm trying to state the mentality of people who think they can continue to patch this thing. Let me tell you, because it's not your mother, it's not your sister, it's not your relation that died. They have never cut away the neck of your mother. They have never born your mother alive. They have never born your sister just because of a statement. You don't know what others are facing. So when you are trying to say something because of your business interest, be very careful. If you want to play with people's life, be very careful. And put your life in the shoes, in the place of these people. Put your life in the place of these people who are being killed, extrajudicial killing for nothing, mob actions, because they are Christians. Now, do you see the kind of collateral damage we do talk about? Because most of the time they will tell you that Boko Haram are still burning mosque. They beat up this Muslim principal, wanted to kill him. They burned his office. Why do they do that? They did it because you are even trying to save an infidel, as they call it, a Christian. Hello, there is a solution to this. The solution is that there is nothing a Christian and Islamic extremists are doing in one country. Absolutely nothing. There is nothing a Christian and an Islamic extremist is doing in one country. Be very careful. This is very dangerous. I don't hate people. If I come to your country and your country is a Sharia country, I am bound to respect your law. I am bound to respect your laws, and I will respect it. I am a law-abiding person. I'm a law-abiding person. But you said we are in one Nigeria. Because I am a Christian, a student came with bag inside school, inside exam hall. What am I supposed to do as an invigilator or supervisor? To take the bag and put it in front of classroom. I don't know the content of the bag. And the girl started shouting, Allahu Akbar. This lady is a Christian infidel. She threw my Quran away. That is just the reason they burn somebody alive. And some people are still thinking that this thing is normal. Hey, the earlier the better we realize the danger and the consequences of what we are doing to our future generation, the better. We are doing the service to ourselves and to our future generation. Look at a beautiful environment that's supposed to contain countries called Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to contain countries. Beautiful, beautiful countries, prosperous countries, beautiful countries that the whole world will be trooping in West Africa. Go to this country, go to this country, go to this country, go to Benin Empire, go to North, go to West, go to the East, come to everywhere we're supposed to be beautiful in peace. But because of pseudo intellectuals, you see, Yugoslavia's problem was greater than Nigeria's problem. But Europeans were wise. They divided it into 7. They divided it into 7 and everywhere was calm, peace till today. Go to Croatia. The last time I visited Croatia, what a beautiful country. Peace-loving people. And this was a place in just some years ago. The crisis there, the tension there because of Bosnia people who were trying to Islamize the whole country. Do you blame them? No. You blame people who brings, cultures together that they know that there must be clash forever. Let me tell you this. You see the problem, the challenge in the southeastern part of the country. It is because of amalgamation, because of all these things that is causing the agitation of people saying, no, we don't want to stay here forever. So anything you are seeing there was also caused by what I'm saying. So partitioning is just one single solution that is going to solve so many problems. It is going to solve so many problems, bring everything to stand still. I am telling you this. Partitioning is going to bring everywhere to stand still. Like the new breeze will just blow and people can sleep. We used to stay outside when the moon is up to 1 in the midnight. We'll be playing, we'll be, narrating stories in the midnight. Then life was sweet. Can you do that today? Cultures is going. People's custom is being killed. Life is actually going. But to you, because of evolution, psycho conditioning, you don't know what is actually happening. You don't know what is actually going on. I want more voices to understand that disintegration of Nigeria is the ultimate solution to all this rascality we are seeing. Know that they are now normalizing pattern of rigging of election. You can no longer have a leader. You can no longer vote for a leader and you say this leader is going to be somebody that, yes, is our leader. You can't do that any longer. No this and no peace. You can't do it any longer in Nigeria because these people have established a pattern. The Nigeria I know today are not ready to die for good thing. They are not ready to die for anything. They say they are patriotic with their words, but not with action. So, nothing is stopping these people from doing evil. But I want people to understand and know that if everybody gets the knowledge of partitioning, everybody understands that this is for the good of everybody. Everybody, for the good of everybody. And let everybody put mouth in this. There will be a way out. So many House of Rep members, senators are afraid to come out to sponsor a bill to put a referendum in Nigerian constitution again that was removed then. I think by Zeke then. So, it will be a very important thing if this referendum, if senators, if few people we talk to are afraid, they are afraid to bring such a thing as a motion for them to put referendum back. Have you seen a democratic, place, so-called democratic place where you don't have referendum? If you don't have referendum, there is no democracy without referendum. Referendum gives the indigenous people the ability to say we are or we are not. That is democracy. So democracy is not for Africa. Anyway, may the soul of Mrs. Christiana continue to rest in peace. Hey, wherever you may be, if the dead can see Mrs. Christiana, we do not forget you. If the dead could see, we don't know. We do not forget you. We understand that Nigeria happened to you. We understand that such a death is barbaric and has no place in a sane society at all. You never planned for it. You don't know. You are not a Muslim. You did not commit a single crime known to law, known to natural justice and equity. But you were killed for nothing. Unfortunately, the Nigeria you were serving as a teacher did not remember you because they sees you as an infidel. They sees you as an enemy. But one thing I promise is that generations to come is going to put up a stiff fight, starting for our generation, that this is a fraud in these modern days. This is a fraud. To join people who do not agree together and you think you can rule and administrate them, hey, it is a fraud. And this fraud must be dismantled. And we look forward to next thing that could happen. Okay, I see you on my next video.